What is going on, everyone, aka future crypto millionaires? Today is Wednesday, October 10th, 2018. As you can see from the screen, we have quite a few different topics to cover today. Before we jump into this video though, I want to give a shout out to one of my best friends. Almost 15 years I've known David. He's also a fellow cryptocurrency investor. I believe currently his only investment actually is in Litecoin. I got him to become interested in cryptocurrency back September/October of 2017. As well, he's pretty successful online. He has around 16,000 Instagram followers, and he does commissions, meaning he creates art in return for payment, as well as he accepts cryptocurrency. So you're going to see here in a second on the bottom left is his Instagram. I made a little slideshow, and then on the top right is an example of one of his YouTube videos that I sped up. Those YouTube videos take around 8 to 10 hours roughly just for something like that, and he condenses it down to about 5 or 6 minutes. So you can see how much work and time he puts into the art. It's truly insane. Probably the best artist that I've ever met. But yeah, if you guys could show some love, maybe go check out his channel. I'll leave a link to his new YouTube channel that he's just getting started. Again, his Instagram, he has almost 16,000 followers already over there, but I'll leave a link to that as well if you want to check it out. I want to start today's video off this article. It's a little goofy here, but it is kind of funny and interesting what's being done here. So it says here there's a towering inflatable rat on Wall Street, and it's found a temporary home in front of a branch of the world's most powerful bank. This massive art piece was installed as a sort of protest designed to get viewers to think critically about the state of economics and money management. Quoted, "Bitcoin will take you apart," the rat seems to argue from its perch in front of the Federal Reserve Bank of New York's iconic stone exterior. On its piercing blue eyes, its pupils spell out the letters POW, short for Proof of Work, Bitcoin's underlying algorithm. Again, it's not permanent. It's going to be removed, probably sooner than later. This creation was installed after the entity that bailed out the giant company AIG and Bear Stearns during the 2008 financial crisis, essentially letting the institutions get away scot-free. In fact, the institutions, or at least the CEOs and the higher-ups, ended up getting bonuses even after essentially destroying the economy, however, only to be temporarily fixed. Again, guys, I'm one of those people, one of those growing number of people who definitely think that the economy is not stable at all, and we could see a sharp decline any day now. This article continues then. I'm not going to read through the entire thing. Rat symbolism, however, I thought was interesting, just how a rat symbolizes the fact they exist without permission. They're hated, they're hunted, and they are persecuted. They live in quiet desperation amongst the filth, and yet they are capable of bringing entire civilizations to their knees. If you are dirty, insignificant, and unloved, then rats are the ultimate role model, Banksy wrote in his book Wall and Peace. And it says, you know, to relate that to Bitcoin, people have been mocking Bitcoin, but now it's a $100 billion entity, and back in 2017, at the end of it, it was worth even more than that. It's been scorned, but will it play a role in dampening the importance of central banks and fiat currencies? Sires said, adding, "I'm not saying it will, but that's why I chose a rat." I definitely think it will. If you follow along these videos, you know my opinion on that. So I thought this was really cool, just kind of a sign of protest. As well, this rat's pretty goofy looking, kind of scary as well, you know, it's a giant weird looking rat, and it's meant to symbolize what we think the future will be. Us, the people, kind of just everyday people, taking power away from these businessmen who are essentially destroying the economy only for their own financial gain, only to inflate their own pockets, meanwhile ruining the lives of millions of people around the world. So this article, again guys, all of these articles are going to be at the very top of my description if you want to click and, you know, take a look at any of these articles more in depth. Analyst, Ethereum sell-off in August shows crypto has hit a bottom in 2018. Now, I bring up these articles not because I'm saying that we have hit a bottom. I want to be very careful there. I always try and clarify that. It's possible that we've hit the bottom, but again, it's also possible that we have not, and I'm not here to tell you that we have at all. But there's some interesting points in here. One quote here: Bitcoin's run in the end of 2017 was fueled by a massive ICO, in parentheses ERC20 bubble, and therefore indirectly fueled via Ethereum, meaning that Ethereum capitulating in early September was significant to ending the bear market. We're all looking in the wrong place, expecting Bitcoin to do it. I think that's a very interesting point of view. For the most part, I kind of fall into that trap as well, and I think many of us do, just kind of solely looking at Bitcoin. However, it is really important, yet easy to forget that Ethereum plays a huge role in the entire cryptocurrency market, seeing as how it's a platform for so much other stuff to be built on. So with Ethereum's obvious decline, I mean, that was big news actually about a month or so ago, even kind of how this article states. With Ethereum taking a huge hit there, I really do think potentially that it is a very good sign in terms of how we still found a bottom around 6K. Ethereum does, like I just said, Ethereum is very, very much so a big player. I mean, it even goes without saying it is the #2 cryptocurrency, yet myself included, as well as many other people, I think we tend to forget just how important Ethereum is. And again, just to reiterate, mainly because Ethereum is responsible for a lot of other, essentially the existence of a lot of other tokens running on its platform. And then we have here, obviously, to end the article, the nice 2-paragraph ending that we see actually pretty often in a lot of these cryptocurrency articles. They kind of have a very similar format. But we see this: many experts believe crypto has hit a bottom. Talks about Mike Novogratz saying that it's bottomed at 6,000. Eric Voorhees emphasizing while the bear market is not over, it is viable for a period for investors to accumulate because it's difficult for BTC to decline below its current levels, and so on and so forth. But I would take away, I think that's some pretty good news. And again, I guess maybe the key point of this entire video is just how important Ethereum could be in ending this. And I've said this before as well. I think 2017 was 100% the year of Ethereum. Ethereum had boasted some of the biggest gains. It also played a huge role in legitimizing cryptocurrency in 2017, but really coming more into effect and into the mainstream media more in 2018. Ethereum played a huge role in bringing attention to cryptocurrencies. And I think we'll look back and we'll say that as well. But again, it's kind of, I don't know if it's kind of overshadowed right now just by the fact that Bitcoin is #1 in terms of the global market cap as well as the price. I don't know. Ethereum's kind of in a weird place right now, but I do think Ethereum has a big future ahead of it. But yeah, I'm curious about that actually. I'm curious what you guys think about Ethereum. This channel, obviously, I know you guys love Bitcoin. I know you guys love Litecoin. I've never said anything bad about Ethereum. In fact, I've shown some support here and there for Ethereum. But I'm curious what you guys think about it because it's one of those coins that I don't really get any negative comments on ever. At the same time, though, I don't really get positive comments about it. It just seems to be kind of ignored for some reason, even though it is the #2 cryptocurrency. So yeah, I'm really curious what you guys think about that. And so this CCN article as well, emergence of $100 million crypto funds in bear market shows investors are interested. Again, I'm just trying to hammer home this point of investors becoming increasingly more interested in cryptocurrency. Over the past month, 4 major $100 million crypto hedge funds have debuted with strong backing from institutional investors, Wall Street, and high-profile individual investors. Reality Shares, former Point72 asset management executive Travis Kling, and JCE Capital Management have announced the launch of $100 million hedge funds targeted at the cryptocurrency market. Most recently, former Bain Capital Ventures partner Alexander Pak and C1 Ventures founder Bo Fang formed a $100 million fund called Dragonfly Capital Partners to establish a diverse portfolio of crypto-first funds, protocols, and infrastructure building startups. I apologize if I'm reading too fast. There's a paragraph, investors are interested. It's quite long, so again, if you want to read the entire section there, I will leave a link to that in the description. And then, here we go. It kind of, what I just said about the last article, how it ends kind of just with this subtle 2 to 3 short paragraph or sentence ending here. The market trend, cryptocurrency market is quite clearly still in a bear market, with major cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple unable to demonstrate strong momentum and large upside breakouts. But investors are still comfortable in investing large sums of capital back to emerging startups and projects. In a phase like this, it is more risky to invest in emerging startups than in established cryptocurrencies, 100%. But with that being said, I just want to throw out my opinion there that I do think some of these coins out of the top 50, top 100, top 1,000, and when I say few, I mean probably very, very few, maybe only a select few, have the potential to jump into the top 100, have the potential to jump into the top 50, potentially the top 30, 20, if again, got to reiterate, if they have revolutionary technology or a really great selling point. And if that is the case, investing in those now, well, the market is so low, and essentially those coins are, 95, 99% off. Those could serve as insane investment vehicles. I'm not here to tell you which ones they are. I have no idea, even if there are any. But looking back 2 years from now, it'll probably be the case that there will be a select few you might be able to pick out, being like, hey, this was over 500 in terms of where it was in the cryptocurrency global market cap list. And now, it jumped into the top 20. If I would have only invested in this 2 years ago, I'd be a millionaire now. Even though if you're invested at all in cryptocurrency right now, I do believe long term you have a very good potential of being a cryptocurrency millionaire. And so to end this is the last article I want to go over before just looking at Bitcoin really briefly. Coinbase, so Japan's crackdown on cryptocurrency is good for us. The reason I agree with this is just because I think that the fact that the countries, governments, regulation getting involved with cryptocurrency is inevitable anyway. And since so many institutions are taking interest in it, what naturally comes along with that is that there are probably going to be regulations. There are going to be different things set up to pretty much ensure safety, but also, the downside of that is that it probably comes with increased manipulation, increased control. I mean, it's only natural when it comes to things trying to be regulated. So cryptocurrency exchange giant Coinbase isn't concerned that Japan's financial service agency, FSA, has begun to view the crypto trading industry with a more cautious eye in the wake of several high-profile exchange hacks on the regulatory agency's watch in 2018. Coinbase's chief policy officer said that increased scrutiny of cryptocurrency exchanges applying for virtual currency licenses in Japan was a good idea for the San Francisco-based company because it would give them a leg up on the competition. The Japanese government is very focused on security, and he said that's good for us. The discussions with the FSA are going well, and we are committed to getting it done. It will certainly be in 2019. Japan has been an active large market from the very beginning and has proved resilient as it bounces back from several bad experiences. We think there is a great demand for a trusted provider of services here. And then it talks about Coinbase Japan. That's another thing I want to kind of diverge a little bit here. I think it's really cool that Coinbase is kind of expanding. Now, myself as well as many other people, there have been a lot of people that have said things about Coinbase in particular over the past 6 months, myself included. I mean, mainly my main criticism I feel like was maybe just their lack of customer service. However, I think we do have to realize it's a pretty huge exchange. That's no excuse for them to not really have the best customer service, but that is to say as well, I do think Coinbase is a very good entry point. I think the user face that Coinbase has always had and continues to update is very, very friendly to an average person entering the space. It's not like Binance. I mean, to be honest, Binance is a little bit more complicated and a little bit more intimidating if you are very new to the space. You take a look at Coinbase and it just looks simple. It looks like something you would use every day with stuff that's not even related to cryptocurrency. So it makes people feel more welcome and easily able to be, accessing their money or their cryptocurrencies. So in that sense, it really has played a huge role in cryptocurrency's adoption. I think it will moving forward. Obviously, Coinbase, the company, is doing extremely well. And the fact that Coinbase is most likely going to be adding a lot of new cryptocurrencies over the next year or two, I mean, they've come out and said that as well. If you go to Coinbase's app or their website, it's interesting how they have like a dozen or so different cryptocurrencies that they have listed there that are not supported on Coinbase, but I just think it's interesting that they show them there. This is what I'm talking about here. It's on the site. XRP, EOS, Stellar, Tether, Cardano, Monero. So they have a ton, right? These are not supported, but I think it's very interesting now that they are showing them on the site. So I think that's pretty cool as well. Yeah, as far as Bitcoin price, I don't think I'm going to cover that today, actually. Still waiting for this awesome pattern to make a move. And it's very possible we see just more stability, and we don't really see too much over the next week or two, maybe even month. We'll have to wait and see. But that's it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, subscribing, liking, and yeah, if you guys could, go ahead and check out Dave's channel. He puts a lot of work into it, and his art is spectacular. Again, he is part of the cryptocurrencies community, well, more in particular part of the Litecoin community, because that's his current only holding. But yeah, thanks for watching.